All right, what's up, wrestling fam? Right now it's 3:04 in the morning Eastern time. This is kind of the best time I'm able to do this with you guys. I'm on break right now at work. So I am going to put my Elimination Chamber predictions on TikTok, but I wanted to talk about a few matches on YouTube with more time on my hands. So that's what I figure I do, along with giving my predictions as well. Hopefully you guys can see this. So let's get this started. You already know how we do it. It's been a while, but we start with the most pointless match of the night. Like, come on. Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. I want to start off by saying it should be Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz. Rey really doesn't have a reason to be in this match. It really should be Dominic versus The Miz after The Miz said what he said about Eddie Guerrero being Dominic's real father or Dominic being Eddie's real son, so on and so forth. That's just how I feel. As far as who comes out, I really feel like The Miz might take this W and we finally might get Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. I feel like I feel like Dom might cost Rey the match, quote unquote, something like that. At the end of the day, I feel like by the end of this match, it's going to lead to the feud of Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Having Rey versus Dominic at WrestleMania would be amazing. It'd be dope, and I feel like that would be best for an opening match or something like that. You know. On to the next one: Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. False count anywhere. Now, as we all know, Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss fought at day one, with Drew coming out on top. But as I said before, it's false count anywhere, so you can expect Happy Corbin to come out to help Madcap Moss. So get ready for Madcap Moss to win this one. They both going to beat up Drew McIntyre, probably injure him for a little bit again until led up to WrestleMania, maybe 3 weeks. And then he'll build his feud with Happy Corbin, or maybe he'll get a partner and it'll be Drew McIntyre and his partner versus Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin. Nobody really knows, but again, this match is kind of pointless for a pointless storyline. Drew deserves a lot more, but this is where he's at right now, guys, and it really sucks. All right, another one that's kind of random. We got the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Usos versus the Viking Raiders. This was a match that was just thrown together without a storyline. The only storyline that was really put together was that the Viking Raiders won a gauntlet match or something like that to become number one contenders or something like that, whatever. And that's really about it. I don't. Well, they did walk up on the Usos one SmackDown with their axes talking about something, but other than that, I have no interest in this storyline. There's a lot of people that think the Viking Raiders might come out on top with this. I don't see the Usos losing their SmackDown Tag Championships until Roman loses his Universal, but they are going to be the first to lose the titles, but it's not at Elimination Chamber. If the Usos lose the titles, it's going to be at Mania. Let's believe that. So let's see. Next, we have Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. Now, this tag team match sets up two matches for Mania. You have Ronda versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then you have Naomi versus Sonya Deville, which they'll obviously have at Mania probably as also an opening match for either night one or night two. Now, this is just a match that's put together, nothing real crazy. 2 weeks worth of storylines. Besides Naomi and Sonya, they've been going on for like what, 2 months or something. Other than the setup for their Mania matches, I don't see nothing really happening with this match. I see the faces coming out, which are Ronda and Naomi. So other than that, I don't see nothing special. Like I said, guys, some of these matches don't have nothing, but we'll get to the ones that I want to talk about a lot. So let's keep going. Who we got next? All right. I guess we'll talk about this one because this is going to be a quick match. The Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Now, listen, I'm one of those people who are hoping for once that WWE does what they always do, and that's put a part-timer in a championship situation and win the title. A lot of people would want Goldberg to beat Roman, but it just doesn't make any sense. And if you guys paid attention to the interview on SmackDown, Roman did say that he's going to Goldberg. And if you guys aren't like, you don't know what that means, that means back in the day when Goldberg was on his 100+ winning streak, he started the match with a spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. So my prediction for this match is Roman Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3, or the guillotine. But I really see it as a Superman punch into a spear, 1, 2, 3. 5 minute match tops, barely. Not even. You know what? I'll say a 3 minute match tops, 3 to 5 minutes tops. because I just don't see it with this title versus title situation they want to do with Brock and Roman. I just don't see Roman losing the title. And again, he said he's going to Goldberg, and that's how Goldberg used to do: finisher, signature finisher, and the match. So I could see Roman doing the same thing, and that's just another legend under his belt that he really doesn't need. I need young talent for this man, bro. A lot of people are asking who's going to take the belt off of him. The world may never know. Now we getting into some real stuff. Oh yeah, I don't think I talked about this match yet. Becky Lynch versus Lita. Now, this is a match that could go one of two ways. They could put the belt on Lita. That's if she has more matches on her contract. I honestly don't think so. And I honestly don't think putting the belt on Lita would make sense. So, obviously, going with Becky Lynch on this one, this will probably just be a one and done situation. I really don't see what they can do after unless they add somebody into the mix, unless Lita loses in a way that she deserves an automatic rematch. And then they also put the person who wins the Elimination Chamber in there. But I don't know. I really don't. But like I said, guys, I see Becky Lynch. I see this just as a match to be put on the card just so people can enjoy it a little bit more. They're trying to make their Saudi shows better, and it's working a little bit. It's working. But now we have two matches left, and they're the two biggest ones because the name of the pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber. So let's end up with the Elimination Chamber matches. We have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair versus Doudrop versus Nikki ASH versus, well, we know now, Alexa Bliss. Right off the bat, my main pick was Bianca Belair. Liv Morgan, she got her push. Ripley, they kind of killed it. They really killed it with Rhea, man. Like her first title reign was messed up. So it's just Doudrop. She just had a title match, so I don't see nothing going on with that. Nikki Ash, she won the Money in the Bank. She won the title. Her run was not that good. The only two I see actually having a chance to win is Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss. But I feel as if they're either going to make Alexa and Nikki ASH have a storyline between each other, or they might just end up being a tag team again and go for the women's tag team titles to help revamp that. Because either WWE needs to get rid of it or they need to revamp it. And that's the way they can revamp it. But at the end of the day, I just see Bianca getting it. Like after losing the way she did at SummerSlam, this is her redemption story. Now Becky has no way to run away. She wins the Elimination Chamber match and she gets her to take a title shot at WrestleMania. And Bianca wins at Mania again. What better way to do it than that? Like, honestly, guys, come on. And of course, I'm going to end it with the WWE Championship match: Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory versus Riddle versus AJ Styles. Let's be real here. Austin Theory and Riddle, not really people that are going to win. Riddle and Orton just got a tag team match offer so they can go battle for the tag team championships again. So it's not going to be Riddle. Austin Theory is still too young. Unless they throw the biggest curveball in WWE history, it's not going to be him. AJ Styles, I don't know what they're doing with AJ right now. He's a wild card, but I don't really see nothing. There's the story with him going up against Edge, so that could be something. AJ could lose and the next night come out talking junk. Oh, you give people like Edge championships and he hasn't been doing nothing, and that could set up AJ versus Edge. Seth Rollins, guys, at the end of the day, you know where I'm going with this. Brock Lesnar is winning this title. They're really going hard for this title for title. It makes no sense because he's also the Royal Rumble winner. I know a lot of you don't like that, but if Brock wins the WWE Championship, he wouldn't have had a right to face Roman. So they would have had to made it work in another way. So he wins the Rumble. Now he can face Roman, but he can still have a title match for the WWE Championship because, as you guys didn't like to I told you, he gets a rematch. It's Brock Lesnar, which he did get his rematch. He will be in the chamber. Now he will win the WWE Championship along with being able to face Roman for the Universal title. And then we'll get the title for title, which I am not with. I am not with the title for title at all. I really would just want Brock versus Roman for the Universal. I'm hoping that whatever curveball they're talking about behind the scenes would be putting the WWE Championship on someone else or having Bobby stay champion. But right now, as it's all going, it looks like Brock's winning the WWE Championship to go on to WrestleMania to fight Roman for that title for title, WWE versus Universal. All in all, guys, I'm going in with the big mindset that this pay-per-view might actually be good. It could be good. Like, let's be 100% honest. It could be good. Crown Jewel was pretty good. It wasn't as bad as a lot of people thought. So I'm going in it with an open mind. If you guys have anything to say, if you guys have any problems with my predictions, you already know. Let me know in the comments. Again, I will be putting my TikTok predictions on TikTok, and I will be letting you guys know about this video as well. So if you guys want to interact with this one, because like I said, I talk a little more. TikTok, I'm just going to give you my predictions 1, 2, 3. So again, guys, we will be back soon. You guys just have to give me a couple more weeks. Everything's getting set up. We're going to be back to normal weekly podcasts and everything like that. I appreciate and love you guys all for sticking with us. And again, stay safe, love y'all, and we will be back.